Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. It's time for a review, A Place to Bury Strangers, Onwards to the Wall. A Place to Bury Strangers is a New York rock group that for years has been creating this noise-laced, reverbed post-punk music. This EP features track after track of just harsh shots of guitar distortion and these kind of lazy, listless, disconnected vocals that sound kind of akin to what you would hear on Jesus and Mary Chain album. I saw them live at South by Southwest this past year, and they slayed. I just wish the intensity of this band's live performances and the intensity of their last full-length album, Exploding Head, translated to this new EP. Like usual with a release from this band, the guitar sounds reign supreme. There are loads of different distortions, delays, and reverbs, kind of creating a sound that is almost as voluminous as lightning bolts raining down from the sky or a bullet just piercing through 100 glass windows. The song I Lost You has these really ear-piercing guitar wails, these very just driving drums, and toward the end the song just presents this just brittle, harsh wall of sound. The second track, So Far Away, is a bit more danceable, has a bass line that kind of reminds me of the Eurythmics track, Sweet Dreams. I think the tune is okay. The only thing that really sticks out to me are these really bright, high-pitched, just shiny guitar sounds that come out over the hook. I prefer the next track, the title track, way more. It's got these surf rock drums, this really kind of chilled, relaxed bass line, and these kind of swells of guitar drones of various sound and texture in the background, and over them are these deadpan duet male-female vocals singing about love. It's the catchiest song on this EP, honestly, and speaking of catchy, I mean, I just don't feel like any of these tracks really measure up to the material on this band's previous album, Exploding Head, when it comes to memorability. None of the songs on here are as melodic, none of the riffs on this thing are as heavy or as groovin'. I feel like the last track comes close to that, but only close. I would say that maybe A Place to Bury Strangers has subtracted the melody out in order to just be more dissonant, be noisier, but I don't think this EP is that noisy in comparison with other A Place to Bury Strangers releases. There's definitely a little more detail hanging in the background of the tracks on this EP. Maybe there's a little bit more body to the sound of these tracks, and that's mostly because Exploding Head was so heavily compressed, and A Place to Bury Strangers' previous LP had kind of a rough recording. When it comes to simulating the effect of hurricane force winds flying straight at your face, just nothing beats Exploding Head in the A Place to Bury Strangers discography. In comparison, the production on this new EP kind of feels more like a strong gust. And I think it all comes down to the compression. You know, the lack of compression does give the songs on this EP sort of more subtleties, but the overuse of compression on Exploding Head is what makes that album so heavy, so impactful, so memorable. Even if it is so loud that it becomes a bit of a trial to sit all the way through it. And to be honest, I do think I am liking this album a lot more than I was when I originally reviewed it in 2009. So overall in this new EP, I feel like there are some interesting guitar sounds, but still, I'm feeling less volume, less intensity, weaker hooks. Despite all my lukewarm comments, I don't feel like I hit a terrible song on this EP, for sure. There were at least one or two tracks on here I thought were really good, but I still came away from this thing feeling like it was just kind of a bit of filler in between album releases, just to kind of kill some time. Hopefully when these guys do drop another album, they bring that same bold, big, ambitious sound to shoegaze and noise rock that they usually do. Kind of feeling like a strong 5 to a light 6 on this EP, but what do you think about it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Why? And what should I review next? A Place to Bury Strangers? Forever.